Okay, so the next thing, looking at here, I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to think about my placement of my character. And I'm feeling kind of like cute little puppies right now. So I'm going to start sketching out a cute little puppy. And you know, for me, I'm one that needs to have a reference. So if you need to look up on your Chromebook for an image to help yourself, that might be the best thing to kind of get you going on an idea of what you just might want to draw. So each day I always kind of have a different take on exactly what it is that I want to draw based off of my feeling for the day. Sometimes I'm just thinking of, oh, I loved coming home to my dog and cute little puppies. So those are some of those awesome things that you can do. So here is the start of one cute little puppy. And I'm gonna get like his little body here, and I need to add in maybe his paws like this. Add in another cute little paw over here. And then maybe I want to have the same cute little puppy, like another one, like a friend or brother or sibling that's just plopped in the middle of all of this comfy blanket. Because I know, and I don't know if any of you guys have a dog that takes over too, but my puppy loves to squish himself and take over the whole bed. And I say puppy, he's not a puppy anymore, he's 2 years old, but that is him. So I'm gonna give a cute little nose. Maybe this one's gonna have a little black nose. And we get the cute little lines. Maybe I'll give them like these cute little puppy markings here. And the cute little eyes. Okay. And maybe this one's got a little mark, like a polka dot around one eye, right? And another little spot here. All right, so then I need to add in, maybe this one's gonna have a little floppy ear like this. And maybe it's got another one that's a little pointed, kind of listening out for its brothers, sisters, sort of thing. So here is another hand, a little paw like that. And then I'm gonna make the body kind of come out a little bit more like this. Get a cute little leg stretched out, and you can have this cute little wavy bushy tail, right? And some spots and lines. And you notice, like, sometimes when I'm drawing little details and lines, I kind of make it a little wavy and wobbly, and I don't know, I just think it gives it a little bit more character. It's less perfect, which I think makes it stand out a little bit more. All right, so once you have your characters drawn, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add in the lines for your quilts or your blankets. So you'll notice from my examples before, I always start around the body and I work my way outwards. I recommend not doing really tiny spaces. You can have a couple, but I would rather have them a little bit bigger so you can add in your texture designs that way. You can have them be, you know, more quilt-like, or you can have them just be more open and kind of petally looking, or more wavy, as you can see I started here. So to add in those lines, I'm going to start off with, you know, he's kind of holding on to it. So I'm going to kind of start off with a wave this way and kind of have the blanket billow up a little bit more, like it's really super comfy. I would want to be in a comfy bed too. And then I'm going to drag it down. So there is no wrong way. You just want to make lots of little sections for your blanket. And you can have big sections or little sections. They don't have to come to a point. You know, I find myself doing that, but they can come square-like. It's up to you. And I just kind of break it up into these parts where it just feels like a big pillow, because I would want to snuggle up on a nice big comfy pillow and enjoy all of those spots of the quilt. All right, so that looks good for me. Maybe I might just make it a little bit bigger here on this side, and then another one on this side. And so now I have my quilt built, and I'm gonna give this puppy a super cozy pillow. So behind his little head, I'm gonna make this pillow like this, and it kind of goes behind the quilt here, right? And I'm just gonna make this super, super comfy. Awesome. Then I can add in some lines a little bit so it looks a little creased. Perfect. And then this guy, because he's on this, I might go in and just remind myself that I want to have a little bit of shading right around here. So that way I know he's on this, and I can always make my blanket a little bit more lines this way. And a little billowy in a couple areas, like he moved it and squished it. So that is my start of my Gustav Klimt, the quilt. And now the next thing that we're going to learn how to do is adding in our texture lines. All right, so let's talk about texture. So we are going to be adding in a lot of texture and patterns inside of our quilt pieces. Now I have given you in your Google Classroom, the virtual classroom that we're using, is this little printout that I made. So I found some really neat designs of patterns and prints, and then I just started coming up with a few different ideas that you could add inside. We've also been practicing our Zentangles. So what you can do is, if there's some Zentangles that you've done in your sketchbook, you can go in and you can actually add those Zentangles in here. So what I want you to try to do today is you're going to add in different patterns or textures inside of each of these areas here. You can use and have this posted up in on your Chromebook as you're working, or you can just go from your own head and design. So I am going to get started, and you can follow along watching as I speed through it a little bit, or you can just come up with your own. So let's get started. All right, so this is where I stopped, but obviously sometimes if you feel like you need to move around and you're kind of bored with one area, you can come back to it. So I started in these two areas and I decided I had another plan. So that's why I started over and played with some Zentangle ideas. But the goal is that you fill each of your areas with a different pattern and really take the time to go over it. Next week, what we're going to work on once you finish all of that is we're going to use crayon. So you can use crayons. And then you're also going to be using marker. If you're home and you feel like using paints, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to show us how we can use those two different mediums to really make this pop. So I can't wait to see what each of you create.